We are all going to have to eat a lot more vegetarian food over the next few years, and I wanted to add my little piece to this because I saw another creator talking about how economic instability and the current food prices are really putting a lot of meat out of reach for a lot of Americans. I've been a vegetarian for about 8 years now, and I cook everything from scratch. So let's start off. Beans, rice and beans, put them together, they're a full protein. I know.
That's not happening. Well, if you're anyone that's anyone and have a actual job and need to pay for groceries and rent and just overall cost of living, you've probably noticed that over the last 4 years, it's gotten out of control. Yeah. So I thought it'd be fun to go on to TikTok and find out how out of control it's been. So grab some popcorn, sit down, have a seat, get a drink. Let's have some fun. Smoke them if you got them. You know what I'm saying? Let's check it out.
This is so crazy. Like, I know, like, I bought like a week's worth of groceries, and it was like $17 here.
Oh man, I don't know where she's talking about. Where she said groceries in Ireland. In Ireland, $17. $17 for a week worth of groceries. Yeah, that's lunch here. That's that's lunch here. Yeah, $17 for a week of groceries. Oh my god, I would love that. I would absolutely love $17 for groceries. Why is it not that way here?
$32 worth of groceries right here, 5 items, yet $9 a pound for ground beef here in Canada. You know what? Politicians are going around now telling us what we need. We need cheaper groceries. We need to be able to afford to live.
It's true. So, dude. Oh my god. So Ireland has $17 groceries, and then $35 worth for milk, a can of what is that? Looks like sloppy joes and some meat, and oh my god. So he literally, and some chips, it looks like. So he literally bought just the fixings for sloppy joes and some chocolate milk. $35. And that other girl had $17 for an entire week's worth of groceries. Oh boy.
So I'm at the grocery store down the street from my house, and
Okay.
I just wanted to see if you guys can relate, but the price of groceries is becoming astronomical to the point where it's really making it difficult to go to the store and get a decent amount of food for anything less than $100. And rest assured, we do not insist on having everything organic or fancy, but we do like to eat healthily if possible. But these prices are making it very, very difficult. So I don't know if you guys can relate, but
Oh, we can
I don't know
relate.
what you guys are doing either to keep costs down, because food, it's something we all need. It's not one of those expenses that we can cast aside or neglect. We have to eat. Let me show you what's going on here in my neck of the woods. Now, bear in mind, I live in a
So real quick, he's saying, what are you doing? Most people are getting a second or third job because they literally can't afford food. Me included. In order for you to get by, I make sandwiches. Sandwiches are probably the cheapest you can do, or I buy pasta. I'll eat pasta like every single night, which is cheap. But if you want like fruits and vegetables, if you want to eat healthy, yeah, you're paying a bunch of money.
in a town where the cost of living is supposedly relatively low compared to many other parts of the United States. So let's take a look at just a few things. Eggs are $5.24.
That's actually pretty cheap. Now, all these videos that I picked were from 2025. So that's actually really cheap compared to the eggs that I've seen in my grocery. I've seen them go up to $9. And just so you know, that's because We won't sell, we won't sell farmers' eggs in the grocery stores, and there's a whole bunch of other regulations that have increased the price of it. But it's crazy, absolutely crazy.
For a dozen, last month they were about half the price, maybe a little bit over $3. And one of my guilty pleasures, Diet Coke, a 12-pack is now $7.99.
Yeah, this is my guilty pleasure too, is Diet Coke. Now, I will say that if you go in my area, if you go to Market Basket, you can grab a 30-pack of diet soda or Coke or whatever it is for like $8.99, sometimes $9.99, $10.99. So just don't buy the 12 packs.
$99. That's only if you buy 2. Now the OJ that I prefer, this small container is $5.
Outrageous.
The coffee creamer that I like is now $6.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta get my Rice Krispies.
Wait a minute. What? I haven't eaten cereal in a long time because I don't do milk. But $6.69, and that's not even. I don't even think that's like a family pack or anything, right? Oh no, it is a family size, but still. Oh my god, dude, that is crazy. $6.69. That's outrageous.
Just under $7 for a box of Rice Krispies. And since we're doing pasta tonight, now I used to pay $3 for this. So the San Marzano low sodium marinara.
Okay, I will say this: when I go into Wegmans, you can buy a thing of pasta sauce for $1.39. So I don't know where he's shopping. This store is incredibly expensive.
Sauce is just under $8.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Prices are crazy expensive right now. $6.69 for cereal. Oh my god. All right. So you not only are groceries expensive, but everything in general is expensive, and people are still suffering right now. I mean, people can't even go out to do normal things with their family, like this chick over here. Let's look at what she says.
This message is for Donald Trump. If you're not Donald Trump, just keep scrolling. I see you're putting a freeze on everything. I could really use you to put a freeze on the general cost of living. Single mom of 3 kids. One's got the tism. He's quite a character. You'd love to meet him.
The tism? Oh, autism.
And I took my daughter out tonight for a mommy-daughter date, and I came home, and I had a letter stuck to my door from my landlord. They're increasing my rent. My rent is already $1,300 a month. I don't get Section 8 funding. I am doing
it's crazy.
my damnedest to make ends meet. My baby daddy pays child support when he wants. And
despicable.
The letter says that they're increasing my rent because of cost of materials, inflation, property taxes, and a technology fee.
Technology fee? I don't even know what that means.
I'm already pinching pennies. My electric bill usually runs about $250. This last month, because it's the winter in Wisconsin, my electric bill was $321. And I could really just use a little break. If you could freeze like the cost of living, or make like a...
It's on the way. It's on the way. There's plans coming.
I can't even think right now. I'm so...
Last 4 years have been terrible.
It's
coming.
To make it work in this economy, and I could use a little help.
Help's coming.
So if you could focus on that too, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Oh boy, it's a hard one to watch. It's a hard one to watch, but it's affecting everybody. Everybody is affected this way. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So not only groceries are expensive, but other things are expensive too, like Netflix. I don't know if you've noticed that Netflix increased their prices the other day, but this guy noticed.
Netflix announced a price increase starting February 20th. The fuck? How come all these businesses want to increase their prices, but nobody wants to increase the motherfucking pay to match that shit? That's what I'm fucking talking about.
It's true.
There's a big difference in all these price increases and my motherfucking pay increase, because the little 3% pay increases every year, every so many years, whenever they come around. You know what I mean? They ain't every year. But they don't match these price increases we've been experiencing the last like 3 years. I'm gonna tell you that. Netflix, what I think they said they're gonna start charging me $18 or some shit. T-Mobile pays $6.99 of that, because my T-Mobile plan from like 2015 talking about Netflix on us. Now I'm paying them motherfuckers back every damn phone bill, because it's way more than $6.99. You know what I'm saying? $18. That means that shit done been up how many times since 2015? Netflix, what they do? Did they change something on Netflix? Are we getting some good shit? Are they at least gonna give us some better shit to watch? Or
so he makes a good point. So I don't know if you caught that, but he said that his phone carrier pays for Netflix, and he got his phone carrier back in 2015. What a deal that he's paying, that he gets Netflix on free. But here's the thing. I guess he needs to change his phone carrier again to get Netflix free for the current pricing, because the contract he has is for $6.99. He's talking about $18. I just said $24 because that's what they increased it to, $24.99 if you have like the premium one without the ads and stuff. It's crazy. The Netflix is making an unbelievable amount of money. I mean, right now more people are getting the ones that do have ads, and then they're making money on the ads. So Netflix is just making an astronomical amount of money. If you're in this guy's situation, make sure you change your phone carrier again and get a new deal that includes Netflix on them at the right price, because the reason he's stuck in this is because it's from back in 2015. But man, think about that. From 2015, $6.99 to $24.99. Netflix ain't that good. Netflix ain't that good, man. Honestly. Now, I know some of you old timers, I'm kind of old myself. I'm 39, going to be 40 this year. But some of you old timers are sitting here saying that things used to be expensive back in your day. That's BS. Things were not expensive back in your day. And you could afford a home and cars, and your dad could work while your mom stayed home with the kids. But let's listen to this. Let's listen to this asshat talk about what he's saying.
Look, I understand the cost of living's higher now, but I'm also old enough to remember when shit used to be expensive back in the day too, okay? And some of y'all know what I'm talking about. When a fucking VCR, there was a point in time where VCRs cost more than what a fucking TV costs now. I'm talking about $300 to $400 VCR.
Yes. And that's because it's a luxury item. It's a luxury item. Back in the day when new technology came out, let's say TiVo. I didn't have TiVo. I didn't have cable. I didn't have any of that, the fancy stuff. We didn't have camcorders. We didn't have anything growing up, because it was a luxury item. Any new technology that's a luxury item is going to cost a lot of money. How much did this guy's house cost? Let's talk about how much your house cost, buddy. Let's talk about how much your car cost back in the day, buddy. Let's talk about how much groceries were, buddy. I'm talking about a VCR. Get out of here. I don't even want to listen to the rest of what this guy said. It's ridiculous. Oh, and if you're so we just went over old timers. Now, if you're someone that's younger, you might have you've ever seen one of those ideas where you could, like the comment says here, look into having a container renovated into a small house to cut costs. Have you ever seen one of those? Have you thought about what it would entail? This guy has. Let's listen to him.
I need people to keep their fucking mouths closed if they can't say something smart. Because the only people that can afford to go, oh, I was really into like a minimalist lifestyle, some fucking white 27-year-old with half a trust fund that still lives at home. That's who can afford to do this. You know who can't afford to do this? Anybody that's paying bills. Anybody that's already living paycheck to paycheck. Because I looked it up. Apparently, in order to actually do this, it costs like 20 grand. Who the fuck has access to 20 grand? I'm so tired of people who
that's with 3 jobs though,
like live in little cubby holes and they can't touch and talk to each other because they go, oh, you could do. No one can fucking... The ability to do this is already a privilege. And we continue to have to share a world with people with fucking toddler thought processes that can't let their thoughts call like, hey, I have a genius idea. How does this actually, I should call all of my other ideas and see like how this actually plays out in the fucking world. Oh, look, there's a million reasons why this is actually really stupid. I shouldn't say this.
Imagine that, holding yourself accountable for the idiotic things that you might say. Imagine that. Isn't that something that somebody could say something stupid and then be like, wait a minute, am I dumb? Am I being unreasonable? That would be something, wouldn't it? Okay, we talked about the Diet Coke with the other guy at the grocery store, but this guy brings up a good point. Now, I don't know where he's located. It kind of sounds like he's in another, I don't know, Australia, UK, whatever it may be. I'm not good with accents, but let's listen to what he says about how much it costs for like a liter of cola. Liter of cola?
What in the cost of living crisis? I may as well become dehydrated and look like a prude. Bullshit is this. Now, I don't have many vices. I've actually given up the booze now since January the 1st.
Okay, first of all, I do need to make a comment. He said I might as well become dehydrated. He's saying if he stops drinking soda, he'll be dehydrated. You could always drink water. Anyway.
But Pepsi Max, Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, yeah, I do like them. So anyway, I like to go to a garage where maybe it's buy one, get one free, 2 for a certain amount. And I've just found a nice garage that's doing buy one, get one free. Well,
maybe you guys can comment down below where he's from, but garage, I don't know. UK? I don't know.
Guess how much it costs for one? I mean, really,
$4.
Is it even worth them putting a sign up saying buy one, get one free? I mean, it probably cost them about 30 pence for a bottle. Let me show you the video of how much these two cost, even though it was buy one, get one free. Before I show you, in the comments, let me know how much you think they were for 2, or for 1, but buy one, get one free. And if you're this far, make sure you follow me, because I love doing cost of living crisis bullshit videos. Anyway, this is how much it was for 1. May as well have got 2 anyway from a normal place. Check this out. So as you can see here, it's buy one, get one free. The actual price for 1 is £2.59.
So I don't know what the equation is for UK money or pounds or whatever it is to US dollars, but I will say that when I go to the gas station for the same liter of cola, it cost me $3.59. Do you remember when a 2 liter was 99 cents? A can of soda was 50 cents. A 20-ounce soda might be $1.29 for convenience. A 20-ounce soda right now is like $3. It's astronomically high. It's just, I know it's not costing the company that much to make. It's criminal. It's absolutely criminal. Something needs to be done to change this. All right, so we're talking about how much things are expensive here. And we talked about earlier, Ireland, you could get groceries for a week's worth of groceries for $15. How much do you think it is in other places? I'd be interested to figure out. Let's find out. So this is BIH. I don't know what that is. Versus United States.
Rent per month.
1,500 to 3,000.
200. You can get a car for the price of your rent. Golf четверка.
A cup of coffee.
€1.
$5-6 easy. The average price of a meal in a restaurant.
Somewhere 8 to 10 euros, I would say.
$30, $35 with tip.
Yeah. Pack of cigarettes.
I think it's like $15 for 1 pack.
Wait a minute. In order for us to really know what's going on here, let me check out something. Okay, so basically $1 US equals €1. I actually didn't know that. I feel kind of dumb right now. I thought that the euro would have been not as valuable as the dollar. Man, the price of a dollar has gone down a lot. Let's see over the last year. Oh man, yeah, it's gone down a lot. Look at this. Look at this chart. So it used to be up $1.12 per euro, and then it went all the way down to basically equaling. About 5 years. And the dollar used to be worth a lot more. It's not worth anything right now. That's crazy. All right. Anyway, just for context here.
And it's probably a huge. Is it like you roll yourself and last for?
Yeah, Marlboro pack or whatever pack, €3. Yeah.
This one's gonna hurt. Healthcare.
Yearly stamp, €15.
Dude.
Oh, it must be nice, huh?
$15 yearly?
Nice. Okay,
yearly.
$500 monthly.
Yeah,
something like
it's
that.
Crazy, dude.
Freedom,
crazy.
baby. Let it ring.
A beer in a bar.
$6 or $7.
€2.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Water per month.
€3.70.
$40 a month.
Let's say fast food meal.
$8-9.
€1.50 to €2. Like grab a little quick pie or something, like a little pizza.
Well, thanks for coming to another of our Bosanska Kafa chats.
Mashallah.
That's nuts. I don't even have anything to say. That's crazy. I guess I'm moving to Europe. Okay, so a little while back, you can remember that we had a crisis with TikTok, and people moved to Red Note. Well, when they moved to Red Note, they started to realize, because it's owned by China, that, how much people pay in China. Like, what's the cost of living? What do they make, etc. And I think it's hilarious. Let's take a look.
Rent is cheap in China, but how much do they make? I did some research on TikTok, Rednote, and Google, and this is what I found. The average salary in China varies by city and industry, but in 2024, it was around $50,000. Rent for a single room apartment, depending on the region, ranges from $50 to $500. Furniture is included. Groceries are about $30 to $40 a week. Utilities are $30. And internet is $7. That's just a few of their monthly costs, but it really makes you think, what the is going on in America?
I spend $30 to $40 a day on groceries. Am I moving to China? Okay, so just for fun, let's do one more.
First, I find out that China's middle class tax rate is 8 to 9%. Then I find out that they have an over 90% home ownership rate.
Think about that.
Then I find out.
Let's pause for a second. So 80 to 90 housing rating. You know how many people are in China? And they can still house their people better than we can in America? I have to work 3 jobs. My girlfriend works 2 jobs, and we still can't afford a house. It's been over a year. We still can't afford a house.
Less than 1% homelessness. Also, they pay $100 a month for unlimited.
Less than 1% homelessness. Is that sinking in yet?
Limited access to all health care, anything that they need.
Crazy.
And just so you know, they also don't pay property tax. Guys, I'm not okay.
Well, Trump's about to get rid of tax too, so anyway, crazy. I'm moving to China. All right, we talked about Ireland, China, we talked about Europe, we talked about all these places. What about Thailand?
I traded the American dream for the Philippine lifestyle.
Oh, sorry,
Let me
Philippine.
explain why. Why would I want to live in a country where everything is 5 times as expensive and there's zero benefit at all of being there?
Except
when
freedom.
I can live somewhere where you don't need a car, you don't need car insurance, you don't need to pay for gas, you don't need to pay 2 or 3 times as much for groceries, you don't need to pay 5 times as much for rent. Everything is cheaper. I work online. I don't need to clock in. I don't need to go to a job. People say, oh, well, that's good for you. Well, if you only need a fifth of the money, don't you think that you could possibly come up with 20% of what you're making at your job online and have the freedom and have your life back and the quality of life that you desire, rather than running on a hamster wheel, racing on a treadmill and never getting anywhere in your whole life? You're just working and getting burnt out and you're unhealthy mentally, emotionally, physically. Book the flight. I'll see you soon.
He makes a good point. He makes a good point. You know, I actually have an online job. I guess I could be like rich in some places, but the only problem is that you can't just go and live other countries. That's why we're shutting down our borders. You can't you can't just go and live. Like, you got to get visas and stuff. You have to like go through the proper channels, and there is advantages to living in the United States. The United States is awesome, but he makes a good point. He makes a good point. So Johnny's in office. So what's going to happen with all of these things that the Biden administration has taken the last 4 years to literally destroy America? What's going to happen with the new administration? Let's take a look and listen real quick.
Rent is about to get cheaper. Groceries are about to get cheaper. Fuel is about to get cheaper. We have an official statement from the White House right here. I'm going to summarize this for you guys because it's crazy what they said here. It says that Biden imposed almost $50,000 in cost on the average American household. He said that he's already reduced the cost by $11,000 just with the bills that he's already signed in the past 48 hours. But it says, I hereby order the heads of all executive departments and agencies to deliver emergency price relief consistent with the applicable tax law. It says, lower the cost of housing and expand housing supply, eliminate unnecessary administrative expenses and rent-seeking practices that increase healthcare costs, eliminating counterproductive requirements that raise the cost of home appliances. So he's going after everything here, but it's not just that, because we even have removing climate policies right here that increase the cost of food and fuel. So we're talking about rent, food, and fuel prices, all having the government go straight after him to lower them in the first 2 days of Trump's administration. I think we're going to see some major progress here very soon. These agencies are supposed to report to him every 30 days.
Love it. Love it. Hopefully that means that we're not going to have to suffer like we have been in the last 4 years. We'll see. I don't know. Hopefully you guys aren't suffering like some of these people are, although I know that most of us are. I do expect some good things to be coming in the pipeline in the future. I'm very hopeful. I think a whole new world is coming for the American people, and I think that we're going to be prosperous over the next I don't know, couple decades. So buckle up, enjoy the ride, and I'll catch you in the next video.